Hey guys, Tyler Mahoney here with Truman Lake Fishing Intel. I'm at the Fishing for Freedom event down here in Longshore Marina. Here the first weekend of October. I'm with Paul Schmitz Sr.
Yes.
and the second
Yes.
as well. And they had a pretty dang good day on the water. So these are a couple of participants that have been participating in this event for quite a few years. So I was going to ask you guys just to tell what the viewers a little bit about what this event is and just what you like so much about participating every year.
Well, the thing I like about it is the fact that when veterans get together, it's peaceful. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
Because we can talk to them and say things they understand.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you're talking to a civilian, never been in the military, they're kind of like, oh, you couldn't have done that. There's no way that could have happened. Oh, no, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why they would do that.
Yeah.
But when you're with another military person, whether it be Army, Navy, Marine, Air Force, whatever, Coast Guard, doesn't matter.
Yeah. They can empathize.
They know exactly what you're saying, why you're saying what you're saying, because it's a brotherhood.
Sure.
And a sisterhood.
Yeah.
And, a lot of our training is different, but yet it still has the same aspect.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we've all been cold, we've all been wet, we've had those miserable days,
Mm-hmm.
we've had those good days.
Yep.
And it's just a camaraderie it'll never be broken.
Yeah, 100%. Tell me where you guys served at.
I was in Vietnam, and during the Vietnam era, I was in 67, 70. November 67 and November 69. So it was my tour duty. I was in Vietnam in 68, 69.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, I was in helicopters,
Uh-huh.
and we had Central Highlands, which is a lot of jungle,
Yeah.
and got to see a lot of wild animals and
Oh, I bet.
a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Then I was in Iraq 03, 04,
Okay.
November of 03 to basically August of 04 when I got wounded and sent stateside. And
Uh-huh.
so I was in Mosul.
Yep.
That's where we mainly stayed at. We were the first striker brigade to ever be fully combat tested.
Oh my gosh.
So we went into combat with an untested vehicle and proved its worth.
That's a good thing. It's incredibly humbling as someone who was not in the military to hear these guys' stories and a lot of these folks' stories throughout the weekend. It's a lot to be thankful for these folks here at home, and we thank you very much. Let's talk about some of the fun part of this weekend, which is the fishing.
Oh, yes.
So,
Necessarily.
did you have a tougher day today?
I think he had a tougher day than I did.
Yeah.
My best part is the meet and greet on
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah.
When we get over there to the boat sales there, Anglers Marine.
English Port Marine.
We get over there with them, and I mean their camaraderie with us is like, are you sure you guys doing this right? But I'm sure they do.
Uh-huh.
But I go and laugh at them and tease them and stuff.
Sure.
And then, of course, Saturday night when we have our banquet and our pairings and everything, it's just, I mean, the camaraderie it's awesome. It really is. And people from all over the United States, not just Missouri, not
Right.
just this area, it's a great tournament. And the fishing on Sunday is a plus. If you catch a fish, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Just getting out on the boat.
Right.
That's, to me, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
I have a regular boat that takes me out every year, and we have a great time, laugh, we joke, we carry on, and our wives know each other, so we kind of kid each other about our wives knowing them, and what
Right.
Don't tell your wife what I do, and all this and everything, and it's just the camaraderie, even with the boaters, who aren't weapons.
Right. They're just volunteering, and for you guys watching, if you do want to get involved, they need a lot of volunteers, people with boats, to take these veterans out, and it's a really important role that they have.
Not only that, but help set up everything, and the weigh-ins, even the meet and greets. I mean,
the volunteers are very important.
Very important.
They're a real asset to this event.
Yeah, big time. Well, and today ended up being, it's actually getting a little bit warm now, just a gorgeous day down here on Truman Lake. And Paul II here actually had a pretty darn good day of fishing.
Yes, I did.
Finished second place overall on the bass side and had
The big bass.
big bass. Which that was that 4.5?
4.5 pounds.
4.5 pounds. Take me through a little bit about what you did to find those fish.
Well, actually, it was the intel report that actually helped quite a bit because I told my boater about it. I was like, hey, look, I said, I know this is your lake. I said, do you know the spots that have this, this, and this? And he was like, yeah. He goes, as a matter of fact, the areas we're going to has this. And I was like, outstanding.
Yes.
Because that's what I heard. So we went and hit it first thing 7 o'clock this morning, and we caught some that were 14 and a half, some that were
just short.
Just short.
Yep.
And he was like, well, let's go to our other spot, which is just up the lake.
Yep.
And so we went there, found the same exact thing, and we were throwing square bills, we were throwing whopper popper. I was turning the water up with whopper poppers.
Yep, that's a fun bait to throw.
It is, and he was landing them with the square bills, and we were just tag teaming them.
Yeah. So you guys were getting back because this is the time of year when the water temperature starts cooling down. Those shad. In fact, we're watching a big school of shad right now flicking up here in the back of this cove, and that's what we talked about Friday night. Was be on the lookout for these shad moving backs, and so you guys did get into the back of some of these pockets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you saw all the shad moving, doing their thing, and bass are right there with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even the white bass were right up against the rock shelves.
Mm-hmm. You get lucky into any hybrids at all?
Yes, we did.
Heck yeah, those are a heck of a fight.
Yes, they are. One we got, I mean, he was already up to the close to the boat, so it wasn't too much of a fight because as soon as he landed them, I had the net, and we just netted. I'd say probably within 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So how many fish do you think you caught today?
Oh, geez. If I had to take a count, I'd say we probably caught, out of all of them, I'd say about 13.
Wow. That's a good day of fishing on Truman Lake. Bass fishing on Truman is just so up and down and tough.
It is. This is one of the hardest lakes that I've ever fished.
Yeah.
It was tough because I caught 5.
Yeah.
3 of them were 10 inchers.
Yep.
That was the first 3.
Yep.
This was at 7 to a quarter after 8, which was early. Then at 9:30, we caught the 3-pounder, which was amazing because I'm not used to catching big fish here.
Right.
I mean, I'm one of the unlucky fishermen. I'm going to have to start listening to the intel report to find out where to go and how to do this. It's like, oh my goodness. But then we caught another one that got up to the boat, and the netter, me, didn't get the net quick enough.
Uh-oh.
And just as he got ready to get under the fish, he took one big jump, and you could just see them kind of spit the hook. And it was like, that's a sight you don't want to see.
Yep, absolutely.
But we got 5, and that's the most I've ever caught coming up.
Yeah. Now, what were you throwing to catch those ones that you did?
I was throwing square bill. I caught the first one on square bill.
Yeah.
And the second one I caught on a yellow spinner bait, yellow livers. And I caught the next 2 on that. And then the big one we caught was on a white spinner bait. He was fishing. What he was doing was fishing the bottom.
Yeah.
Was fishing the bottom.
Yeah. Now, we were talking about Friday night, the fish being up pretty shallow. So when you were getting your bites, were they up pretty shallow or were they out off the bank?
Actually, ours was all about 7.5, 8 feet of water.
Yeah.
And they were all around the trees, like we talked about.
Yep.
Like we talked about, they were in the shadows, or they were, just kind of
Good deal.
hunkering there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where ours got ours.
No.
South.
Not that we're aware of yet.
Because I kept asking David, where we at? Where we
Yeah.
at?
I just recommended that when we break it apart, we take the top 2 off, top 2 off,
16, 15.
this end, raise it up, down.
Yeah,
take
it doesn't
out.
do bad. They weren't in there.
Yeah.
They were just shallow.
Yeah. One of the other cool things about this event is it's not just bass. It's crappie, catfish. There's a trash fish. He's got the biggest trash fish. So it was pretty cool to see some of these big cats that got brought in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A really cool opportunity. You don't just have to be a bass fisherman.
Right.
And you don't even have to be a skilled angler.
No.
So they
So
only started that about what, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
It was strictly bass, and then they kind of added the catfish.
yeah,
Then they added the crappie, and now it's
2 years ago, they added the crappie.
and now it's getting to be a pretty good event. I mean, everybody likes it.
yeah,
We're both Purple Heart recipients.
Mm-hmm.
He's got two, I've got two. We didn't want them, but
right.
but this is our chance to get up here, get away, decompress,
That's right.
enjoy each other's company. Because not only is he my father, but he's also my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of weird saying that, but
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
it's this is our thing.
Yeah.
And to be around other people that it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love listening to the stories, especially from when we do the meet and greets.
Yeah.
Or we go to the banquet.
The banquet.
Because the fish get bigger.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Every year it gets
From Friday
a
night
little
to
bit
Saturday
bigger.
night, the fish go. They start out like this,
Yep.
and they start out like that.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And that's what I love about it. Because, I mean, like Dad always says, the first person never has a chance. Because the next fish is always bigger.
Yep. Well, and I think that's a testament what you guys just said, what this event is here to accomplish, and that camaraderie is a big thing.
It is.
And I really appreciate it. You guys sitting here chatting, getting to share a little bit more with the audience about what this event is all about. And above and beyond everything else, thank you so much for your service to this country. It means a lot. And especially to folks like me, like talked about Friday night, it's humbling to know I can make part of my living talking fishing.
Yep.
Because of the sacrifices you guys have made.
Well, not only that, it's one thing. I mean, the volunteer, the boaters, and their boats
Yep.
and gas and their time, but they learn so much more.
Yep.
And they have so much more fun. I mean, my boater, I've been boating with him for 5 years now.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, we stay in touch with each other even after the tournament. I know
Yep.
his kids, he knows my kids.
Yep.
So, like I said, it's
You make friends. You make friends for a while.
yeah.
Yep. That's so stinking cool. For those of you guys watching, if you Google search "Fishing for Freedom," it's gonna pop up. I think the website's fishingforfreedom.co, but I don't
think so too.
But if you just Google search "Fishing for Freedom," and then of course you guys will see this up on the website. We'll have more information, and we really appreciate you guys watching. Did you guys have any final thoughts on anything?
You guys want to have an experience of a lifetime? Come on out and see us next year.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, especially veterans. If you're a veteran, come on out. I mean, they start the registration about April, somewhere in there. That way, because the boaters start first. That way they get an idea how many boaters they're going to have, so they can
Right.
how many veterans they want to get. Because they don't want to say, yeah, you can come and participate and not have a boat.
Right. Right.
So when they need boaters and willing to spend a weekend with a bunch of crotchety old veterans, come on out.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.